This is the Afternoon Buzz Rewind Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Thrash. Join me for the Afternoon Buzz weekdays from 2 to 7, only on Real Rock Radio, 106.3 The Buzz.
What's your rewind?
There's a 41-year-old woman named Lori Ganashich who lives in Staten Island, New York. And she recently got into it with her best friend. Well, Lori's ex-best friend went out and got herself a new best friend. And apparently that made Lori jealous and furious. So when all three women were at a PTA meeting at their kid's Catholic school on Saturday night, Lori ran up to her ex-best friend's new best friend and started choking her out. The cops came and they arrested Lori. But that wasn't the end of it there. Less than 24 hours later, Lori went to her ex-best friend's house, threw a brick through the window, and went inside with a gun. Now, it was a starter pistol that only fires blanks, but still. The cops came, and they say Lori pointed the gun at them, so they fired 5 shots and hit her in the shoulder. She was taken to the hospital, and she's facing several charges, and I guess middle school never ends for some people. It's pretty well known that Ozzy doesn't write a lot of lyrics. In fact, there are some who say he doesn't write lyrics at all, and Bob Daisley claims that when he was in Ozzy's solo band from 79 up until 81, he was writing lyrics and was sporadically doing that up until 1991 with No More Tears, but not getting any royalties whatsoever. And in a new interview with the Metal Voice, he says he's allegedly owed millions by Ozzy from that time period. He said he called Sharon's accountant in London and asked that these royalties that he and Lee Kerslake were meant to get, that they don't get, well, he asked them where they go. He asked if Don Arden gets them. That's Sharon's dad. He asked if Jet Records gets them. You know, is it Sharon and Ozzy? Well, they found out the Osbournes were getting them after they bought the catalog from Sharon's dad. They filed a lawsuit back in like 99. It never went anywhere. And I mean, the sad thing is I think he's telling the truth about this, and he's never going to see a dime of those royalties.
Another Nonsense Minute, brought to you by 106.3 The Buzz.
Meanwhile, in the offices of Apple. Here at Apple, we now have iTunes, iMac, iPhone, iPod, iTouch, iPad. What will our next iDevice be?
iDevice.
Shut up. Let's go around the room. Smith.
The idea?
What is that?
I don't know.
Janet, go.
The eye toaster
What?
with a butter app.
Aurelio.
I gotta go.
Homie, what is that ugly contraption?
I'm thinking of calling it the eyesore.
Karen,
The icon. It'll help you make up lies.
was that your idea?
Yes.
Matt,
The O-ring. No, I just wanted to say O-ring in front of
moving on.
chicks.
Bart,
How about a little computer called I Enslave Humans? I kidnap?
Popeye. The eye. It can see you. I peed.
What's that?
No, I just peed.
26-year-old Peter Hinton was driving drunk last Wednesday night when he got pulled over for speeding in Lady Lake, Florida. It's about 45 miles northwest of Orlando. And when the cop asked for his license, he handed him a coupon for 10% off at Lowe's instead. He eventually admitted that he'd been drinking Crown and Cokes at his local Chili's and couldn't remember how many he'd had. Then, during the sobriety test, he tried to count to 50, but skipped ahead a bit. He made it to 27 okay, but then blurted out 36, and then he skipped ahead to 43. So, of course, the cop arrested him. To top all that off, he tried to bribe the cop on his way to jail by offering him sexual favors. He asked if a quick handy would help his cause. The cop declined the offer, and he's now facing DUI charges. How embarrassing for the dude, man. I mean, you know, people knowing he went to Chili's to get drunk. You know, you can always count on the Rangers to come through with some crazy food every year, and now they have revealed this year's specials for the ballpark, and usually the stuff all looks great to me. But there's one thing in particular this year I'm just not sure about. That's the dilly dog. It's a hollowed-out pickle, and it's stuffed with an Angus beef jumbo dog and then battered and fried. I love corn dogs, love pickles. I don't know. It just doesn't look good to me. Now, the Lay's home plate chicken sandwich looks great. That's a full-size chicken breast that's split and crusted in Lay's original chips and fried. There's also the Triple B, a bacon, brisket, and bologna sandwich. Oh, yeah, I'm down. There's also Cheetos, jalapeno bacon dog they're offering, a seventh-inning cinnamon roll. It's kind kind of looks like a huge battered cinnamon roll lollipop. There's a rolled gold, waffle cone, and, of course, the vegans are hooked up, the vegan Nacho Grande. Go take a look at all the Rangers' new grubbing for 2018 at 1063thebuzz.com.
Another Nonsense Minute, brought to you by 1063 The Buzz.
Do you see that funny-looking young man over there in vintage clothing? Whatevs. He is a hipster. Like rats, hipsters are commonly found in run-down urban environments. Here's how you can become a hipster. Rule number 1. Don't care. I only paint with my left hand.
Toads. Dominant hands are so commercial.
Hipster rule number 2. Like things only until other people like them too.
Have you heard of that band made up entirely of speaking spells?
So, yo, I'm over it.
Hipster rule number 3. Wear a tiny hat you found at the swap meet.
Is that a beret?
No, it's a yarmulke.
You're Jewish?
No.
I'm over it.
I know, I'm over it. Hipster rule number 4. Say dorky things.
Want to go to a secret Foursquare party?
Totes, bestie.
JK.
Echo. Whatevs.
He's huge on the abandoned gas station circuit.
That is ridiculous.
As they are unable to run fast in their vintage footwear, hipsters prove easy to hunt and kill. Lucky for you, because hipster meat is not only delicious, it's ironic. And in season now. Bon appa hip.
Well, Stryker came across a study Weather Channel did covering the windiest cities in America, and like me, he was surprised that Wichita Falls didn't make that list. The top 10 average wind speeds range from just over 13 miles an hour down to over 11 miles an hour, and according to WeatherSpark, Wichita Falls' average wind speed is 10.3 miles an hour, so we're a little bit outside of there. The windiest city in the U.S., no surprise here, though, Amarillo, with an average wind speed of 13.6 miles an hour. Second windiest, again, not a surprise, Rochester, Minnesota, followed by Lubbock, followed by Boston, Massachusetts. Surprise there to me. Wichita, Kansas, after them. Fargo, North Dakota, after them. I expect all these in the Midwest. Oklahoma City after them. Corpus Christi after Oklahoma City. That one's a bit surprising. Corpus is followed by Abilene, and then Buffalo, New York wraps up the top 10. Now, how ironic is it that Chicago, a.k.a. the Windy City, didn't even make the list? You can read more on our free app or at 1063thebuzz.com. Blink-182's Mark Hoppus teamed up with College Humor for a skit that shows him leading the effort to encourage bassists to stop looking so bored on stage when they play. Here he is with one of the steps to help remedy the issue.
Now, who can tell me what's going wrong here?
He's wearing his bass too low?
No, his feet are planted on the ground. He's not moving at all. Don't be afraid to explore the stage. You can walk around. You can run around. You can skip. You can jump. Have some fun.
Hi, Max Hammerton, formerly of Blue 42, currently bandless. What if our singer has specifically instructed us not to go to his area?
F your singer, okay? The whole area is yours.
Oh, that's great. Watch the full video, 1063thebuzz.com.
Another Nonsense Minute, brought to you by 1063 The Buzz.
Douchebag. Having trouble finding a fanny pack at regular retailers? Can't find the right Birkenstocks to wear with your favorite socks? You need the Douchebag Outlet Store.
I need an Ike Taylor Pittsburgh Steelers jersey.
We've got them. How about some tribal tattoo stencils with that? Ed Hardy anything on sale now.
Sexy and I know it.
Plus an extensive selection of Steven Seagal movies. T-shirts with abs on them? Look no further. New tap-out hoodies to make you look more rapey.
Sexy and I know it.
Guys, stretch out that earlobe with a wide selection of flesh tunnels and stretching tapers. Your ear will never look right again. Douchebag. The Axl Rose box set and a no fear sticker with every purchase. Douchebag Outlet Store. Located next to Spatula City.
I can't believe this is real, but it is. Wow. There's a 24-year-old guy in Rotorua, New Zealand, who went to a woman's house back in September 2015 and told her he'd been attacked and forced to drink poison. And the only way he could survive is if he sweated out. And he just so happened to get an email from the people who poisoned him saying the woman would have to have sex with him repeatedly to save him. She believed it, and they had sex. But then the emails kept coming for the next few months, telling her she needed to keep having sex with him or these mysterious people would attack her family. But she started noticing some strange things about the emails. 1, the emails had lots of spelling mistakes. 2, they referred to the dude using a nickname that he only used for himself. And 3, he was really the only person benefiting from this. She confronted him in January 2016. After that, he grabbed her arm, twisted it behind her back, and knocked her over. She went to the cops, and the guy was arrested and charged with sexual connections induced by threat and assault. He's on trial now, and he admitted he sent the emails and set up the whole scam. And that's what I call a world-class jackass.
Another Nonsense Minute, brought to you by 1063 The Buzz.
He once put his junk in a vacuum hose. Indians call him Dances with Hamsters. He belongs to every porn site. He is the horniest man in the world.
I don't always watch porn, but when I do, it's Tres X.
If somebody asked you, does the internet make you happier or miserable, you'd probably say miserable, definitely. I mean, that's what I'd say anyway. But apparently we're wrong, at least according to a new study anyway. Researchers at the University of Oslo in Norway studied more than 100,000 people, and they found that the secret to happiness is using the internet every day. It's especially true as you get older. They found that people who went online every day got over their midlife crisis faster, felt more connected to the world and their friends, and felt like they had enough information to make better life decisions. Now, obviously, that study basically contradicts a bunch of other studies and conventional wisdom that says the internet and especially social media are really bumming us all out. But it sounds to me like the reason those researchers found something different is that they took a, quote, bigger picture look at the internet. You know, like someone's Facebook post may bum you out, but in general, not having the internet at all would make your life significantly worse. Hey, thanks for checking out the Afternoon Buzz Rewind podcast. Join me, Johnny Thrash, for the Afternoon Buzz, weekdays from 2 to 7 on Real Rock Radio, 106.3 The Buzz.